Hi everyone, it's DesTROYer here with a tips video for SimCity BuildIt. As you can see, I've been playing this for quite a long time. I'm level 36 and I have 620,000 people in my city, so I do take this game rather seriously. First I'll show you a quick look around my city. I've spent a lot of time working on these attractions such as the Sydney Opera House and the Ferris wheel. I have a lot of things planted around here, including the Little Tokyo, which was the latest addition to the game. Now you're probably wondering how I get 620,000 people in here. Well, if you build a lot of parks and entertainment and landmarks, etc., you can boost your city's population quite a bit. So as you can see here, I have plenty of parks covering my city, which really boosts the population a lot. 100,000 people, additional people here. There is also landmarks, 123,000 boosted from landmarks. I have quite a lot around here. So as you can see, that helps a lot. And as well, there's gambling and entertainment. Plenty of boosts from that as well. So you need keys to plan a lot of these things. So you do need to do the cargo ship as well as the disasters. So maybe I'll do one now to show you that. You'll basically destroy a part of your city and you have to rebuild it to gain some keys. So that's a good way to earn keys. And there's no time limit on rebuilding it too, as well as you can request new plans if you think that those parts are going to be too costly. So you can just keep requesting new plans. So definitely do that until you find something cheaper to build. Boosting your population definitely is worthwhile because, as you can see here, the happy Sims pay more taxes. So if you head on over to your, where is it? Just here, the City Hall, you can see the tax rate. The more happy they are, the more taxes you'll get. So the highest is 20%, and I get almost 20,000 additional coins in a 24-hour period. So definitely work on your population. Yes, you don't have to have 100%, but close to it is good. If you don't have full coverage of parks and other specializations such as education and transportation, you will dip a little bit under, but it's not too much difference in the amount of taxes you collect. Try and build the most expensive utility buildings. They will save you a lot of space. For instance, if you look at my fire, the biggest fire station does cost 42,000. However, it does cover 22 by 22, so that does save some space. So definitely work on that because space is quite costly in this game. The expansions will cost you quite a lot, so you do need to conserve your space to maximize your population. Another tip would be to try and upgrade your storage space early, because as you can see here, I have 180 storage. Increasing the capacity will cost you a lot of space, so it will cost me 45 parts just to increase the capacity. So it's a good idea to work on that early so you can have more space to work on land expansion. As you can see, this corner one is going to cost me 60 parts, so you definitely need to work on the city storage early so you'll be able to expand later on. It's pretty much impossible to work on both expansion and city storage, so try and work on your city storage first. Queue long build items overnight. If you look at my factories here, if you were to build animal feed, that takes 6 hours, or electrical components for 7 hours, glass for 5 hours. If you can build a lot of these overnight, you can sell them in the morning. It's a good way to earn some extra cash. Request new plans if things are too expensive. So let's look at this one. There's a biscuit in there and a couple of donuts and shoes. It's quite expensive. I only get 1,600 coins for building this. However, I would rather earn more coins, so I will just request new plans and hopefully get something cheaper like this one. So this one is just one plant. A couple of suits, a little bit expensive, but it's cheaper than the other one, so I don't mind doing that one. So definitely request new plans if you get something that's expensive to do. This one has an ice cream and a refrigerator and a lounge. It's quite expensive, but you can find some cheaper ones like this one. 3 barbecues, a shovel and 9 wood. So you can keep refreshing, requesting new plans until you get something that's more affordable. Always sell items at full price. There's always somebody who is after something, so even if it's just a piece of steel, someone will be after it. They might have filled up their production and can't make any more for now. So always sell for full price, because someone will always be wanting to buy it. Even the most expensive items will definitely sell for full price. So even this ice cream, some of the items will sell for over 3,000, so just always sell for full price. Put all of your items for sale before advertising. So for instance, I might sell one of these minerals. There's a barbecue pit in there already. Maybe a brick, even a mug, anything. Doesn't matter what it is, just everything you want, just put it on up for trade first, then go into an item and advertise it. That way when people come to look at that item, they may buy that one as well as some of your other items. And quite typically your items will sell within a minute. If you put the item up for sale first and then add other items, people might not see them in time. They might come and buy your one item and then leave. Then nobody comes to buy the other items. So advertise at the very end. You don't need that many slots because items do sell very fast. However, I do have quite a lot here. It's not that necessary since you can advertise every 3 minutes. So the default 6 slots would be more than enough. Check sale price before accepting deals. For instance, there's a sale here. Someone wants to buy 11 donuts for 13,000 coins. If you work out the individual cost of those donuts, it's roughly around 1,200 coins per donut. So what you do is you go and check the trade depot and see how much one donut costs. And they do sell for I think $9.50, so that's a pretty good deal, so that's one to keep. So when you see a deal like that one, and you're not sure how much the cost is in the trade depot, you don't have to say no thanks or I'll do it. You can tap anywhere outside that trade window and it will dismiss it for now, and you can come back to it later. So another deal here is a drill for $7.89, so you can check that one out. I think I have another one up the top here somewhere, which is these animal feed for $5.33. So that's roughly 75 per bag. So if you go and check that out in the shop, in the trade depot, sorry, you can look at the animal feed, and that sells for quite a lot more. So that's definitely not a good deal. So you're better off just skipping that deal. So just click no to that and dismiss it, then you'll get another deal later on. Some parts can be hard to find, such as the city storage parts and the land expansion, so you will need to go to the global trade headquarters to find them. If you can't find the piece that you're after, you can just go into other similar items like this remote control. I might be after some bulldozer parts. Here I might just want to buy this anyway. So another trick is to keep refreshing the global trade trade depot to see if he's listing any other parts, because quite often people will list one part and then advertise it and then keep listing more parts. So here I'm finding some good items that they keep listing, and most people don't bother to keep refreshing people's trade depots to see new parts. So as you can see, I keep refreshing and checking this trade depot, and I keep finding more and more parts. I have found quite a lot of special pieces required for land expansion and city storage this way. So usually if they stop listing things for about 10 seconds, I will normally quit back out to my city. But this guy keeps listing more and more, and I just keep buying them up. So quite often when you are after a certain piece and you're looking for them in the trade headquarters, They can be quite difficult to find, and even when you do find them, they can be quite difficult to get before other people. So this is a good method that I use to buy some special parts. So he has nothing listed now. I keep checking and checking, and it seems as if he might have stopped, so it's a good time to jump back out and search the global trade headquarters again. It is very difficult to be the first one to get hold of the parts, so another good idea is to visit your friends. Daniel's city is listed there. He's not an actual friend, he's a computer friend. So it's a good idea to check his base every couple of days, because he will often have 6 new parts for you to buy, and I believe they're only available to yourself. So I picked up some good items from visiting Daniel. It's a good idea to keep in contact with your friends via some chat, Facebook or whatever, so you can trade parts with them. Just make sure they don't advertise them, or they will get snapped up pretty quickly. So I might go and check Mike Valley here and see what he has for sale. He doesn't have anything for sale, but I do check my friends very often to see what they have. We have the little Tokyo here. When you first build a Tokyo town zone, they will require one special part, one Tokyo piece. That piece could be one of 3 items, which is a bonsai tree, could be a lantern, or the last item is a lucky cat. So you would need one of those 3 items to build one of those towns, and then any additional level on top of that will start requiring 2 pieces. For instance, 2 lanterns in this case. If you don't have 2 lanterns and you request new plans, you may require 2 bonsai trees or 2 lucky cats. So you can always keep requesting new plans if you don't have the required items. Eventually you'll start getting some pretty buildings like this one. And they do get much taller than this, but of course it takes a lot more effort. You can only get those 3 special parts from the airport, which I believe costed 120,000 to build. So when you collect those parts, which come every 16 hours, you'll get an extra reward, which is a specific Tokyo piece, like this one here, the lantern. So then when I check the airplane shipment next, I have to collect these 3 parts, but it doesn't tell you what special piece you'll get until the plane lands, and that's every 18 hours, sorry. So once again, you'll be able to build these beautiful Tokyo buildings. You do have quite a lot there, some small houses at the front here. They do take quite a long time, so eventually it will let me upgrade those once I do these other ones. So that is pretty much it. Hope these tips will be helpful for you building your city. If you would like to connect to my city and trade with me in the trade depot, you can add me on Game Center at DesTROYer74. See you in the game. Bye.